Morning! What a fabulous day.
I know, it's really sunny.
Isn't it lovely? So how are you today?
I'm good.
Splendid. We'll try the glasses today, see if it brings things into high definition.
Yeah.
Splendid. You got your book? Let's have a
Yeah.
look away at it. Watch the DVD?
I watched it on YouTube, them lessons.
Oh yeah? How did you find it?
The gear ones.
Yeah?
Alright. I think I can...
Does it help you to sort of
Yeah.
maybe formulate some plans for the day?
Yes.
And did you do the quiz? Let's have a look.
I did the gear one.
Super.
Right, yeah. Try.
Oh, you got the start of it.
Starts the... no, up to the next page. I think I got it right. I don't know.
Yep.
Not water this time.
Right, so in case you get another cough.
Yeah.
Thing you can do here, of course, is when you're doing the quizzes, if it brings up some questions, because it does sometimes, just make a note of them. There's a place in the book for making notes.
I didn't get that bit though. I really didn't get that bit.
You did or you didn't?
I didn't at all.
Okay. Well, we're going to be doing some work on that today, because it's all about the... Turn that off. I thought I had turned it off. Tusk.
Turn them all off.
There we go. So, what we're going to do today is to have a look at that very bit there, because it's about matching the gear to the speed that you're going. You know, we did that last time where we stopped and we just stayed in third. Because if you're stopping and you're not moving off again, you don't need another gear. You can just come to a stop where you're at. But let's say, for example, you were coming up to a junction. As you got up to the line and you took your observations, you might need to go, you would then take the gear that you're going to use and then go. Now the gear you use depends on the speed you're travelling.
Like first is fastest, so would you need to be in first?
Well, it's first gives you the most power. You can move the weight of the car quicker. But we only really use it up to just beyond walking pace, really. You'd be in a second pretty much after that. So if you're coming up to a junction and you've got plenty of time, and you can see clearly, and you can go through it faster than 5 miles an hour, you might do it in a second. So it's what we'll do today, if this seems like a plan to you. Well, let me ask you first. Have you got anything? What do you want to get out of it today? What would be useful for you? Do you think?
Know when to use different gears.
Okay. Any idea how we might do that? Any exercises that might come into mind?
Try go through them all, but not go back to first and see how to start and second and stuff.
A lot of it again can be done by feel. So you just kind of, what we can do is we can just experiment and just maybe slow the car down to various speeds and take the gear you think or you feel is right and then try it. It'll either work or it won't. If it doesn't, well, okay, we'll try something different. And just try and get a feel for the speed you're travelling and the gear you might need. So we can do a lot of slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, and just selecting gears. So I mean, we've got some exercises obviously in here. You know, go from in the targets, as you'll have seen, go from first to third, go from third to first, and so on. That's all very well, and they are good exercises. But it's really developing that feel, letting the car tell you what it wants. I can't teach you that. You have to discover it. So we can. The place that I've got in mind, if you're happy to trust me with the route, is a long straight road. Now, where the traffic that's on it moves quite fast, but it's very wide, so we're not really getting in anybody's way. So it'll give us a long straight section where we can go up and down the gearbox to our heart's content. If we get to the end of the road, I'll turn us round. We can come back. Same again at each end until you're really comfortable with it. And I think it's vitally important that we don't move on until you feel, not me, you feel that you've absolutely mastered this. Otherwise, you'll worry about it all the time. Every time learner drivers will tell you that they don't like junctions. Stopping and starting they don't like because they're not sure about which gear to go into and they're not sure about their clutch control. So if we nail them down, you can tackle anything, absolutely anything, because you've got the right skills in place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
So with that one, you know, there's more power in the lower gears. You can move the car away quicker, but you can't get much speed. So as the speed, same as you would do on your bike, as the speed picks up, you go up to the higher gear. When you come to a hill, or if you need more, power, you go to a lower gear and pedal like crazy. Does that make sense? Does that explain that a bit better, do you think?
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay. The rest you seem to be right on the top.
I don't know.
So the foot brake should be pressed progressively firmer, operates on all four wheels, operates the red light. Okay, so what do we think we mean by progressively firmer?
Don't know.
You're just squeezing it. And as you, the key thing with the brake, with all the controls, is to use them smoothly. Start using words like that, you think, well, what do you mean by that? Bit harder, bit harder, bit harder, bit harder.
Right.
So you wouldn't start by banging the thing on, you'd squeeze it.
Oh, right, okay.
That's an easier way of explaining, isn't it? Operates on the brakes on all four wheels? What do you reckon?
No.
Yeah, it does. It's
on all of them?
Yeah, the foot brake does. The hand brake works just on the back ones.
Oh, right. Okay.
Operates the red lights at the back of the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that we can give signals with that as well sometimes. So, because the brake lights, the red lights at the back will come on before the brake applies. As you just touch the pedal, in that little bit before the brake actually goes on, the lights come on. So we can give signals to people. You know, I'll often do that if somebody's a little close. I'll just do that. I'm not slowing the car down, but I'm just popping the lights on, and it makes them like, ooh. Sometimes makes them pull back. Proactive defensive. I couldn't think of the word. So this is the problem when you start using big words, you can't think of them. The rest, yep. So it's the, yeah, you've got it. Well, you know that now because you experienced that last time, didn't you? Is there anything you wanna find out from me? Does that all? Do you feel that you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Is it just a case of just practicing it and putting it into, see what happens?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do today? Anything you want to bring in from last week? Want to do some more on the stuff we did there?
Well, it's all like clutch and that. It's all the same with that anyway.
Well, we can also do a lot of stopping and starting at the same time. And then there's only, once we've mastered those, there's only really the steering. We could pop back to the same place and do some more of that if you felt you needed to. I mean, I'm happy to do whatever you want, really. The key thing is that when we look at the targets, you're able to go, yep, I'm happy with those. I can do that, and that. So as we look at that, does that seem like a reasonable set of things to be able to do? You might come up with some more of your own as we go through. And the steering one, of course, we did last time. Have you updated your master progress? Need the steering ones in there. And then you can see at a glance, and hopefully we'll get all those done today. And that should be a reasonable set of stuff, do you think? Coordination, any idea what we mean by that?
No, I didn't look at that one.
It's just putting it all together, really. Doing it maybe in some more, you know, maybe doing some pulling away and stopping from behind parked cars, going just past a car and pulling in and stopping, getting your steering and the gears and everything working just together so we know we've got that full set. Then we can put it into either junctions or we can then take whichever route you like. But some people elect after that bit, before we start doing junctions and such, go down the manoeuvre route. And that place where we did the moving off and stopping, that'd be a place you could do. You could probably get most of the manoeuvres done there. So I'll leave that with you to have a think about. But make yourself comfortable and I'll take us to where we need to be.
I'll put my bumpers back.
Right, you go. We'll have the engine back on so we can have the cold air blowing. So you're at work till late last night, weren't you? How did that work?
Oh,
Great fun, I bet. So this is the road we'll use. Go along a bit further. It runs straight for about 2 miles. So the traffic that's on it's a little quicker, but it's a lovely wide road so they can get past us without any trouble. The camera keeps coming slack. Do you want to swap seats?
Yeah.
Love the observations before you did it. Good stuff. So make yourself comfy.
Okay, down. I'm proper short.
Yeah, I've got long legs and a short body. So how would you like to proceed? What's the first thing you want to do?
I don't know.
Do you want to go all the way up through the gears, or do you want to practice just first, second, first, second, first, second? Or?
First, second.
Okay.
I think that's all. Yeah.
Well, we can reinforce what we did last time as well by doing lots of stops and starts, because we've got plenty of space to do it. So just like kind of shake the rust off, get back into it. Off you go when you're ready.
Okay,
what level of help do you want from me? Any? None? Some?
None.
Okay. Good stuff.
No, I think you've explained it well. I think.
Well, let's see.
I'm scared. Am I setting off in a second?
No,
wait. First.
Yes.
Yeah.
A quick check in your mirrors. Okay, he's trying enough speed to go past, but so that's why we do the final observations just before we go.
Right. Okay.
That's okay. I've got you covered though. I knew what we say. In a second, whenever you're ready.
Should I let go off gas when I'm changing?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
bring us to a stop. Choose a point as though you were stopping at a giveaway line. I'll let you choose a point and bring it to a stop exactly at that point. But because we're not moving away again, you can just stay in the giveaway.
Right. Oh, no. Do I keep that in?
Once you're in neutral, you can let the clutch up.
I knew that.
That's all right. Off again when you're ready. So now that we're out in the open road, our observations come into play a little bit more. That's fine. I mean, I'm covering you at the same time. But,
I need to check my blind spot.
That's it. So you get yourself ready. I mean, you check now. You'd think, well, there's nobody coming out and get ready.
Yeah,
so you would get ready, then your final observations then off. But I've got you covered in the meantime. So, anything we're going to do different this time?
When I'm changing to second, put much
Okay.
it off.
Let's try that and see.
Can do it. Okay. Oh, thank God.
That's it. Quick check over your right shoulder before you go. So take your time. As you can see, there's traffic on here, but there's loads of room for them to get by. Try up with that. See if you can do it without looking.
That third?
What do you think?
No. I don't know. What am I in?
So what speed are we doing?
20.
Okay, you've got usable power, so that's probably third. Try fourth.
Is that far?
There it is. And I will pull up at a point along here on the left. See if you can stop next to that bush. Again, clutch up until the very end.
Clutch up?
Yep.
Oh, don't I need it in?
No, not until you stop.
Okay.
Handbrake neutral, relax. How was that?
I'm not ready. I don't think I can. I
Okay.
need to get used to it. Well,
How about then, if you wouldn't mind me making a suggestion, try it with the car stood still. You turn the engine off
okay.
and just do like a dry run until you feel comfortable with where everything is. Would that be a reasonable?
Yeah.
Go on then, off you go.
Right. So for
So if you wouldn't mind me making a suggestion, try and get used to doing it without looking down. Look with your hand.
am I too far?
No. That's lovely.
Right.
Again, have a... Oh, that stinks. Oh. Remind me not to open the door again. That's awful. Oh. God. Makes your eyes water. Good grief. Oh. Have a look in your door mirror. You can see that you're nice and out there. But the easiest way is to just look up the road and that'll help you position. So if you put yourself as though you were driving and then just run through it like it's a dry run.
Should I just leave? So that's first.
It is.
You hold it, you have to hold it.
Go on then, how are you going to do it?
Well, it said it like that and that.
Well, I'm not so sure you need to be all the way around. I know you give that advice, but what happens is, when you bring it into neutral, it drops right in between third and fourth, in that cross there. So for first and second, the lever needs to be over there. So you need to move it that way, but you don't need to turn your hand like that. So if you just, from first, if you just keep a little bit of pressure to the left.
Right, so it's then, that's first, that's second.
Yeah. To go into third, let the spring do the work out of second, and then forward into third. So the lever can help you.
Oh, right. And then that to fifth.
That's it.
And then that. Where's that? That. Is that straight down?
That's fourth, yeah.
So I don't need to push, it's just straight down.
That's right. Wherever you go back to neutral, it's going to land right in that space there, between third and fourth. So, when the lever's in neutral, forward is third. First is. But it doesn't need a lot of pressure. But the spring can help you. That's the same in every car in the world.
Right, okay.
Do that until you're completely comfortable. So also you might want to practice it so you can go from any gear to any other gear.
So from first.
Take it to fifth. And the chances you're ever doing that are slim. You might go from fifth to first though. If you're approaching a junction at high speed, you see where that car is there now, you run along here at 60 miles an hour in fifth, and you know you're going to stop at that junction, or you're coming up that junction, you know you're going to have to stop, you might just slow it all the way down and just take first gear right at the last second. Generally the one we use is either fourth to second or third to first.
Right, straight down.
Do it until you're completely comfortable. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. And then of course try and do it with your eyes out the window. Because if we're looking down, we tend to steer around the place. As you can see, there's plenty of room for them to get past. Does that feel a bit more comfy? You don't look certain.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. You want to try that on the move now?
Right, easy. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the key thing is that we're doing things that you're comfortable with, that you think, yep, got it.
It's just with changing, yeah. You think you can do it, it's just really, I think it's really hard.
Well, you can, but we're just putting some polish on it, aren't we? So you managed to get it in all the gears. When it went in the wrong gear, you knew, so that's good. Take a little bit more time over the gear change. You've got a lot more time than you think. That'll help you. So, I think the observation's good. Now it's coming, but we can't go yet, but we could get ready, couldn't we? Off you go when you're ready.
Okie dokie. Right, okay. When I'm setting off, I don't need to put my gas down, do I?
I would do, because you're going to be picking up a lot of speed. If you're moving off and really slow manoeuvring, you wouldn't. But you know you're going to be picking speed up, so I would.
He knows I'm going. He's going to overtake me.
That's okay. So we'll just hold still until he does. And then off you go.
Oh, I did bring it up.
It's okay. It's all part of the practice. So look with your hand, and then once you've found it, then begin the gear change.
I still need to bring it up.
It's okay. Try down at the fourth. The road just carries on in a straight line, yeah? Now then, what we can do now as an exercise is to start slowing down and changing down as we slow down. So if you'd slowed to this speed, third would probably be right. So I'm going to try third. And then as you slow a little more, down into second. The only time you would ever use first is if you're going to come
going?
just straight along here, yeah, please. So again, we can pick the speed up, we'll go back up through the gears. Get the feel for it. That's even slower. out of gear, into gear. Put that little pause in. It just makes everything so much easier. And just go up and down as many times as you like.
Am I going too fast, I'm thinking?
No, that's fine. How does it feel?
Better now.
Okay. So I'm going to slow it down to a stop, and then we'll go back up through the gears. Again, pick a spot. See where the shadow is from that tree. See if you can stop next to that.
There? Whoa. Okay.
Just squeeze the brake a little bit more.
Can I stop him first?
Yeah. Just before we stop, just ease the pressure off the brake a little, and that just gives you a gentle stop. So, sorry, so that's that smell still in my nostrils. If you're slowing down to a stop, there's no need to change gear. If this was a junction, if you're slowing down, getting ready to go, you'd take the gear you needed for the junction, first or second generally. So how was that? That feel better? What made it different?
I'm getting used to it now.
Okay. So what do you think you need now? Do you think you need any more help, or do you think you just need more practice?
More practice now.
On you go when you're ready.
Okay. I can start off in first?
You can.
Yeah.
Just slow everything down.
It's really hard driving.
It's just difficult to begin with. This becomes second nature eventually. But can you feel the car telling you that it wants to go up?
Yeah.
Good.
It's weird bringing clutch up.
As long as everything goes smooth, it works nice. We've got loads of room to play with, yeah. There was an experiment here, running in a straight line. Just let go of the steering and see what happens.
No, I'm
Just keep your hands closed, but just loosen it. Nothing happens, does it?
Why is it like what?
Nope, that's because the car will always try and go in a straight line. So you want to bring it to a stop somewhere along here? So bring the clutch all the way up.
Why clutch is in gear?
Yeah, but you want the gear engaged. At the minute we're running along and we've got the engine and the gearbox disengaged. So you only put the clutch down just before you stop.
All right, I get it now. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Cool. So how was that? How did that feel?
So I don't need clutch down when I'm braking.
No. It's while the clutch is up, when you're slowing down, the clutch being up, when you've got the power on, the engine will make the car go quicker. When you've got the power off, the engine will slow the car down. We call the overrun. So with the power on, the weight's being forced that way. With the power off, you get what we call engine braking. Does that make sense? Okay, so how was the gear changing there?
It's really hard.
Is it getting better?
I don't know.
Well, it feels like it's smoother.
It's better when I'm going to fourth.
Okay.
I'm bringing up clutch, I don't know why.
Because it has less of an impact. In the lower gears, it'll react more violently. So
what should I do, like with my clutch when?
Do you know when you're moving off and you bring it up till you get that little bite feel? Here's something you can try. When you're changing up, do the same. Bring it up slowly, up again smoothly till you feel that bite. Pause for a nanosecond and then smoothly up. So just, it's like...
I don't need my gas, I don't need it down.
No. Well, it depends on the situation you're in. If you're on the level, once the car's rolling, it'll keep rolling for quite a way. So you bring the clutch up and then the gas, as the clutch is coming up on its final bit, the gas goes back down. So you're balancing the two. And
What about going to the second?
It's exactly the same.
So I'll just bring it
So
off.
clutch up. Each time you're changing gear, the clutch goes down, gas comes off. So you're doing that.
I know that, but I feel like I'm putting more revs into it.
I'm not hearing that sound, because normally if you put too much gas on early, it goes...
It feels like, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's have a little look at that as we do this next one.
Right.
So, what do you want to do again? Up through the gears again and back down?
Is it a long road?
Oh, it is, yeah. We've got loads of space, yeah. There's at least another mile.
should put my single phase on somewhere.
Once you're stopped, you're okay. It should be obvious to them what you're doing.
Hopefully. I'm going to drive the car.
The L plates are a bit of a giveaway as well, so they should be giving us more room. Doesn't mean they will. So, when you're ready, off you go. The reason that I got you to let go of the steering is to show you that the car isn't going to go anywhere. You look like you were gripping like mad with your right hand while you were changing gear. It looked that way, I don't know if you were. So you don't need to, you're just holding it still. So we want this one moving here, so that's why we don't snatch at this, because it tends to make that happen. And it's better if we can look up here, because then we're not distracted. But the car will always try and go in a straight line. Off you go when you're ready.
Okay. So, I don't need that on.
Nice observations.
No, I don't put that on. Right, okay, I get it.
Well, you wouldn't always pull away without the gas, because it's, like say for example, these cars are coming behind you, they're coming quite quick, sometimes you need to pull away quickly. The only time you would do that without the gas is if you're wanting to move really, really slow.
Am I alright where I am?
Yeah, this is fine.
I don't know if I need to be more right.
How's that feel? Feels smooth.
Yeah.
Again, find yourself a place to stop. Because we're stopping. Now check your mirror, do you need a signal this time? Clutch up.
Do I need to signal?
That's it, clutch up.
Clutch up?
Clutch up.
Oh.
So just right foot over the brake.
Right.
And the clutch only goes in just before you stop.
It's just a habit, isn't it?
It is.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, we're just developing different habits. How was that?
Am I too
No,
far?
no, it's fine. Tucked in. Yeah, you can see where the line is.
I can see line like that,
Yeah.
if you get me.
Oh, we're okay. So how do those gear changes feel?
Better.
Okay. Now again, if we look ahead, you can see where the vehicles come from. The road bends right, then left, and then it goes straight for a long time again. So we've still got loads and loads of room. What do you want to do with your gear changing now then? A bit more practice?
What do you think? I think I get it. It's like I've still got bad habits, you know what I mean? Like keeping my clutch down when I'm braking and that.
Well, that's what I'm here for. To say, not quite, but it's, you know, you've got to work on what you're working on. So we're working on trying to get the gear changes smoother, with a smoother. Good?
Yeah.
So now it's understanding, I suppose, the mechanics of what's happening. Now you're quite right, you could pull away there with no gas on, but if we're moving off and we know we're picking speed up, you may as well use the gas because you want to pick that speed up. If you're moving off, like last week when I turned the car around, I don't want the car to move off quick. I wanted to keep it really at a snail's pace, so I didn't bother using any gas. But in the normal run of things, when you're moving off, you would put some gas on. How much you put on depends on how quickly you want to move away.
And then straight to second.
Yeah, because you know you're picking the speed up straight away. Seconds up, probably at 5 miles an hour. Well, certainly between 5 and 10, you just sneak it in. Just do it by feel. You're developing that feel. You can tell when the car's telling you it wants to go up, can't you? We'll try that again. We'll get all this working smooth, and then we'll start to experiment with doing it different ways and different things.
Still can't.
It just takes time to get it perfected. It's all there, it's all working. I can see you're not happy because it was a little lumpy bit, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there.
So when to put that off, so I know what I'm doing.
Do you want me to give you a bit more help the next time we come to a stop and see if that...
Yeah.
We can try it and see if it works for you. So you can see where the road goes.
Yeah.
Once we're on the straight bit, bring the car to a stop. Because we're stopping and not moving, do your mirrors, right foot over the brake. You don't do anything else until just before you stop. That's it, hands on the wheel till you stop.
Hands up. Oh, right, okay. Oh yeah, I haven't
Then
stopped yet.
Because if you take your hand off, you'll automatically go to the gear to lever first and then the handbrake. So you just wait till you stop, handbrake,
Right, okay.
relax. How was that?
I feel like I'm never going to get used to it.
Well, it's getting smoother every time, isn't it? Have we stalled?
No.
Must be doing something right. So, a little bit further up here, actually we'll probably swap seats here, because a little bit further up here the turn, and I'll turn us around and we can come back down the other way.
Yeah.
In terms of what comes next, what do you want to do? Do you want to just keep on practicing this until you feel totally comfortable? Do you want to add another layer where we're going to be stopping at various points and taking different gears, or do you want to just get the feel of this first?
Feel this first.
This is something, of course, you can practice. You can borrow one of your sister's cars when it's sat outside and just do this without the car moving and perfect it. But we'll do that now here, but we'll swap the seats. Ooh. That's the only thing with being out in the countryside. Days like this, you know, all the tractors. Well, well as that.
Bring the seat back.
Well, I'll leave it where it is, that's fine. We're not going far. So the key is to just get everything as smooth as you can. So the case of allowing yourself the time to do it. This is a bit close to the windscreen, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Especially with the size of my nose.
Don't be silly.
Alright, it's a Morton trait, I'm afraid. We all have big noses. You quite often have these issues when you change cars. You buy a new car and the clutch bites in a different place. Or
Like, what is this, a petrol car?
this is a petrol, yeah. But with a diesel,
Yeah.
they don't respond anywhere near as violently. Be quiet. I think there's always the desire to, you know, when you're learning things, you want to get it right straight away, and that's a good thing. And so we've got all the basic principles are in place. You're just kind of polishing it, really. So you've seen
I'm
how.
frustrated because I know what to do.
Okay.
It's just I can't do it.
If there was one bit of it you could fix, what would it be?
What I could fix.
That we could work on and get right, what would that be?
Know what to do with. Making it more smoother like you.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Would you mind me making a suggestion? When you're changing gear, put a pause in the neutral position. So out of gear, pause, into gear.
So, still in cut.
Just do exactly what you're doing, all that, because that's all fine.
What, so
So you've
first,
got your, yep. So you have your foot on the gas,
I'll
you
bring
clutch
it
down.
up slowly.
Yep. So yep, that's you pulling away. When you come to change to second, clutch down off the gas, out of gear, into gear. Try
So I'm
this.
still on gas.
Everything still works the same there.
Out of gear.
Yeah.
Can you be out of gear?
As
the
long as you're
gas
only
on?
doing it, yeah, while you're changing gear, it's okay.
And then back down.
Yeah. Sorry, not with the gas on.
No.
That's a rewind. So you're in your normal driving position. We've pulled away. So clutch goes down, off the gas,
What have you done?
out of works like this. Out of gear, into gear, clutch up, back on the gas. Does that make sense? Doesn't look like it does. I'm not explaining it properly.
This is what you've seen what I'm doing it. Am I doing it completely wrong?
No. All you're doing is you're rushing, and that's giving you the lumps. Allow yourself double the time. That might be a better way of explaining it. So everything you're doing is okay. The lumpiness isn't because your technique's wrong, or isn't because you're doing the wrong things. It's because you're just a bit quick. So if you slow it all down, do you notice how slow I was with the gear changes there? If you take that amount of time, yours will just smooth out like that.
So clutch. Find that and then bring it down, right?
Yep.
And then, should that have to be totally off to use that?
Well, that starts to go on the last bit of that coming up, so you're getting that sort of action.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yep.
But it's been jerking.
It's just because you're moving things a bit quick. Just slow everything down.
Right.
Once we get the, if you like, once you've perfected the technique, you can put as much speed on it as you like.
Just go a bit slower.
Just steady, yeah. But try it and see.
Okay.
The key thing is to find things that work for you. And you know, just because I've explained something doesn't mean I've explained it well enough. So if you haven't got stuff, just say, I don't know what you're on about, Bob. Which is completely fine. And I'll find a different way of explaining it. Or I'll find a different way of practicing. On you go when you're ready. Do you feel you've got a plan in your head? Onwards and upwards.
Right, it's hard to get it.
It's okay because the clutch is down.
Yeah, okay.
Normally you go handbrake, neutral, start the engine and then start again, but it's fine. You've broken the link between the engine and the gearbox, so you can't start it.
I thought you always have to start with your clutch down anyway.
It's good policy too, just in case the car is in gear. I always do that.
Alright. So that's not a bad thing then.
No. Nice observations.
Right.
Off you go when you're ready.
Okay. I can feel it now.
Yep.
So I'll let go, slow do it.
How smooth was that?
Oh, now it's second.
Go on then.
But this is too slow though. What if I'm on a normal street?
That's fine. Look how smooth it was.
No, I'm going like 5 miles per hour. No, 20. No.
How's that?
Better because it's going to third.
It's fabulous. Again, want to bring us to a stop somewhere and then we can try all that again.
So I don't need clutch down.
Well done. It's good stuff.
And when I feel it like it's going to start, I have to put it down.
That's it.
Into neutral.
How was that?
Alright. Yeah, a bit better. I need to set off a bit quicker, don't I?
Sometimes. Did you need to set off quicker there?
No, not there.
Nobody about. So if you were going to set off quicker, what would you do?
I don't know, she just told me to slow everything down.
It's about getting everything smooth. So once you've got the technique right, you can then start to put the speed back on because you're smooth. It's jerkiness that causes the lumps. So what do you want to do now? Do you want to try that a couple of times the same way, or do you want to try and do it quicker?
I'll just do first and second.
Off you go.
Because I'm alright with it. It's easier for...
Yeah, it doesn't jump as much. We can get ready while he's coming up, can't we? Well, we'll have to wait till he's gone, won't we?
I'm not over one. Can we get back?
If he'd been a bit further back, you might have decided to go. That's one of the situations.
But I'm not confident.
That's okay.
Anyway, so.
That's one of those situations where
Yeah,
you go
how
quick.
is he going to get past?
He looks fairly confident, doesn't he?
Yep.
Breathe in. There you go. A little unnerving when you get something that big, isn't it?
It's massive.
So you might have decided when that first vehicle was coming that he's far enough away, I can get away. That's one of the situations where you need to be away quick.
When I've passed, I would have done.
You'll be able to do that by the end of the day. On you go when you're ready.
Okay. Well, that's better, isn't it?
Lovely.
And it wasn't too slow.
No, Fine.
I guess so, right.
You can stop and start along here as many times as you like.
Stop.
And then hands on the wheel till you stop.
Okay.
Then you can go. Otherwise you end up going in a neutral with the car running. How was that?
I'm a bit, you know.
Absolutely fabulous, huh? Took nicely in. Your wheels are right along that white line. So what do you want to do now?
Keep doing that till I'm
off you go. Go on then. You want any help from me? I should have just shut up.
Shut up. No, I'm okay. Don't shut up. I'm not that awful.
The key thing is we need the environment to be right for you. So me chuntering on might get in your way.
Okay, I know what I'm doing. I nearly stalled it now.
You didn't though. Because you adjusted.
I'm keep on. Right, so that's there. Put that down. I'm just talking to myself.
That's fine. Feel free. If it helps. There again, so check our mirrors. Do we need a signal? What do you think? Go. How many out of 10 for that one? Where 1 is terrible and 10 is the best you could have done it.
Should I go to other side? I can't really stop near that.
Yeah, you could stop near that, that'd be fine. So how many marks out of 10 would you give yourself for that last move off and stop?
I nearly stalled it, so like a 9.
Okay. Why didn't it stall? Do you know?
I caught it.
You adjusted. So that's a good thing, surely. Is that not an 11 then? Yeah, I mean, we can stop anywhere along here. Obviously, you can see there's a little junction there, so you wouldn't want to stop alongside that, but it is a little dirt track, so there's not going to be a lot of traffic.
There's
Stop.
that bridge there, isn't it?
That's fine. Will not cause anybody any harm there. It's wide enough. You stop and start as many times as you feel you need to until you're comfortable with it.
Okay.
So now that we're out and about in the open road, let's add another layer to it. Let's think about our observations and when we do it, what it is that we're looking for. So obviously you're checking your mirrors now, but then you want your final checks just before you moved off, just in case.
Right, yeah, I need to do that, don't I?
Okay, I'll remind you when you're not doing it, that's fine. Off you go when you're ready.
So, everything ready, but I'll just do my final check.
That's it. It's just before you're pulling away, is when you just quickly look over there. So stop just after the junction. Let's get more in. Yeah, anywhere along here. How was that one?
I need to remember to stop
Good.
and then.
How was that? So you adjusted the speed you pulled away that time. How did that work?
Okay. I need to remember to. Because I'm. Keep on putting that down and that's down as well. I know what I'm doing.
So in terms of your technique, how do we feel about that?
Getting better at it.
Every time you've done it, it's improved, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, and every time you do it going forward, it'll improve. So that's good. So in terms of our targets for today, the ones in the gear lesson, let's have a look at what we've got and see where we're at. So safely change gears 1 to 3 and 3 to 1. Going up and down. 1 to 5 and 5 to 1. We went up to 5 once, so we'll maybe do that a couple of times. Change gears selectively, missing gears out. So going from 4th to 2nd, 3rd to 1st, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We do a bit of that now, do you think? See how that works? Here's the one. Slow down in any gear and then select first gear just as you're coming to a stop, and then control the speed of the car to crawl along the road very slow. Like you would do if you were coming to a T-junction, like I did on the way here, where you slowed all the way down, snick it into first, and then move out. Recognise when you need to change up and down by the sound of the engine? You do that now? Mm-hmm. Anticipate when you need to change down to deal effectively with any major uphill or downhill gradients, well, we haven't really got them. We'll have to find somewhere else to practice those. So we can't probably do that one in this location. So out of those, what do you want to work on now, if anything?
I've done that, I need more of that.
Okay.
I don't know, I miss, like, first, second. Could go to fourth and then to second.
Okay.
Down here.
Yeah. Go on then.
Okay. I ain't got enough speed to go second to fourth, so I don't think I can do that.
That's normally when you're going downhill, or if you've accelerated very fast in second.
Right, so you should always go in.
Yeah, going up the gears, you nearly always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearly always, not always, but nearly always. Changing down, we nearly always miss gears out. You just brakes to slow to the speed and then take the gear you need. So what we can do is we can get up to a certain speed in fourth and then slow it down to varying speeds and take different gears.
So I should...
Better to do it by feel. Maybe. Go on. You were going to ask me something?
No, it's fine. I think I can.
Okay. So if we just go up through the gears up to a fourth gear and then slow it down to a speed and take second. Try it again and slow it down and go to first. And just get the feel of the gearbox, really. Some great observations. Oh, that's a lovely pull away. It's good, you slowed yourself down, excellent. So if we then bring the speed down, you might want to pop an indicator on, let them know what you're doing. And then just use the brake till it comes down to about, I don't know.
20.
Try a little slower than 20 perhaps. Then bring the clutch with you. And now you're in a gear where you could move away again. And just bring it to a stop. So if we were in a junction there where you had plenty of view, you could have just put the power on if it were clear and gone. So you want to try that again, but this time slow it down even further and try first gear and then trundle. Does that make sense? Can you think of situations?
It's too much for me.
Well, there's a lot to think about. Eventually it all kind of gets locked in and becomes second nature, really. If you ever think about it, you know, last week when we were moving off and stopping, each time we moved away in first, there was little lumps and bumps. Are they here now?
No, not now.
They've gone on there because you've practiced it enough. This is new stuff that we're practicing. So next week, that'll probably be smooth. That's just the way it works. And what you sometimes find as well, which I think is worthwhile pointing out, that sometimes when you're practicing something new, things that you were already good at turn pants just for that moment that you're practicing the other thing. And it's not something we need to worry about. It's as long as we're making going forward all the time and making progress. What would you like to do with that now? Do you want to try the same exercise? Do you want to try something different?
I'm going to do it again. I'm not confident.
Yep. Fire away. That's the key phrase, confidence. You have to be confident, not me.
I have enough room straight ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm bringing it up too much.
You're adjusting though, that's fine. You're developing that feel. Now this time, slow it down a bit quicker. So again, check your mirrors and signal if you need to. Give the brake a good old squeeze. And then as you're coming to a stop, you can just ease the pressure a little. That's lovely. Clutch back up, ease off the brake. Oh, sorry, if you're going to a stop.
Oh, what am I doing?
That's okay.
I think I've done it.
We've let everybody know what we're doing. Everybody's in a hurry. So how did that feel? picked the speed up quicker, got slicker, it was all fairly smooth, there was no lumps and bumps. So what we need to be developing is the ability to go from any gear to any other gear, to reduce the speed to a particular speed, and then select the gear that's appropriate for that speed. So we're talking about dealing with hazards, whether that's parked cars, whether it's junctions. So you're running along at an X speed, and you think, right, I need to adjust my speed. You slow down to the speed that you can negotiate the junction or the hazard, and then take the gear that's appropriate for that speed. So in order to be able to do that, we've got to get a feel for what gear at what speed. Does that make sense? So what we can do along here is just take it up through the gears fairly quickly, up to fourth, and then just slow the car down to a particular speed, and then take the gear that you think is right.
Practice going up quickly.
You can do.
Because it took...
Oh.
Yeah. Going up quickly because it took me ages to go
That's fine.
far.
Yeah, you can do.
I don't know.
That's useful practice too, isn't it? Because sometimes you need to get away and get... Like here, if you look behind you, there was a car coming now, where that tractor is, you might think, I can go, but you're going to have to crack on. So being able to adjust the speed up and down at a rate that you decide is important too. Off you go when you're ready.
Okay.
So your gear change in effect stays the same, you're just giving it more welly when you're putting the gas on. And then again, if we imagine we're coming up to a junction, just slow the car down.
Let's say where that stop line
Yeah,
is.
go on. Take it into first gear, just about at that slope. Take a bit more speed off, bit more speed off, bit more speed off. This is the speed, into first. Clutch gently up, ease off the brake. So we're stopping there. What we want to do is to slow down to the speed, drop it into that gear, and then use that gear. Does that make sense? On we go. There's nothing. It doesn't matter. I don't think I made it clear what it was we were trying to do there. So that's what the aim of this little exercise is, to slow the car down to the speed where we could do whatever we want to do, and then select the gear that's appropriate for that speed, then use it.
So first we can do whatever.
Well, you would need to be very slow to use first. So the idea here was that we would bring it almost to a stop, into first, and then crawl along the road. So if you look, as we say here, slow down any gear, select first, and use clutch control to crawl. So that's where you were maybe coming up with a junction where you had no view, and you had to really creep. Does that make sense? Sometimes you get a good view, you can use second. So it's about, in the normal run of things, when we're slowing, we use the brakes. When we're going, we use the gear. But which gear you need to go depends on the speed you're travelling. Does that make sense?
So if I go around there and then I'm on that straight line, right? I slow down where I'm about to stop, but I don't, and then to first, and then slowly bring it back up again.
Yeah.
That's all what it is.
That's it. What you said, not what I said.
Okay.
I think this is one of the key things with that, is, and I think it's an interesting thing to look at now, because I explained that there, but you didn't get what I meant. So I've not made a good job of explaining that. I want you to feel free to say, what are you on about? I don't understand. Because that's fine. It's two parts to communication, transmission and reception. Just because you've transmitted something doesn't mean it's been received. So if there's a confusion about the message, or you're not sure what I'm on about, just ask.
Yeah, I will. Don't want to.
On we go when you're ready.
I still can't get that bit right.
It's
Do you get what I mean?
I do, but you're adjusting, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's great. If you didn't know what you were doing, then that's a problem, but you do. And you're able to make the adjustments without any help from me. Whenever you're ready, we'll practice what you said.
Right.
The other side of the road's a bit lumpy here, isn't it?
Yeah. So slow down. Oh, I think I'm not. Right. Going to first.
So, almost to a stop for first though.
So go to first and then almost to stop.
Yeah. So almost to stop, then first.
And
then you would do your normal sort of pull away routine, really. That's it. So that'd be where you were coming up to a really tight junction. You needed the time to have a proper look.
Should I do that again?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll just go to third.
Okay, that's fine. So to use first, you need to be below walking pace. That's it.
Like that?
That's it.
Right, I'll need more.
So you could have been approaching a really tight junction there and that would have served you well, because you just slow down, slow down, slow down. Once you decide to go, you then think about which gear you're going to use, pop it into that gear and go.
Am I near to that junction? Should I
There's a
slow
little bit
down?
of it. No, there's a lay-by a bit further up that we can pull in now. Oh, we've probably got enough room to try that exercise again, yeah. But check your mirrors. Let them know what we're doing.
Signal.
Yeah.
Should I just go to a stop?
You can do.
Go to first.
So you could be trundling up to a junction here, taking your final observations, deciding you can go, and then
Oh yeah, can I stop on a first?
Yeah.
Like, say I'm like looking at my junction.
Or this would be like there's traffic coming. You would just stop
And then-
here. Once it was clear, then you go. Easy, blummin' peasy.
I get it now. And
So you can see there's a
second.
lay-by on the left. If you want to just pull into that.
I'll stay in second.
Okay. Obviously avoiding the big piles of grid.
Sure.
Just go in
Middle.
between the two bits here.
Oh. Do-do-do-do-do.
So how was that?
Did I stall it?
No?
Oh, I don't know. Forgot then.
How did
Am
that
I
feel?
alright?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're off the road, aren't we? So how was that?
Bit better
Okay.
when we're starting, I think. Yeah. I hear it. I can't see it.
It's the combine harvester in the field outside. It's that noise. Man. So in terms of, can you think of situations where you would use that skill?
T-junctions,
Yeah, probably.
roundabouts.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Now the nice thing about roundabouts is you can generally get a good view of them on your run in. And now then, so how about we turn the car around and go down that road?
Down that.
Back down that road? Do you want to try some more of that, or do you want to do something else?
No, I'll try more of that.
Okay. Do you feel you could turn the car around?
No. I
Okay,
don't think
that's
so.
fine.
No, because that's very high, in it? And with my stopping and starting, it's not very good. I don't want to put you in danger. And myself.
Nothing can ever happen to you while I'm sat next to you. How about this then? Here's an in-between thing. How about we try it and I cover you?
Right, okay.
So tell me what
Do
you'll
I
do.
need to put more in there?
Yeah, that's it.
Turn
Now
it
that
round.
technique that you've just been using comes into play here, doesn't it? All that little stopping and starting, you can just hold the car
Should
until
I just stay in first, so going round here?
Yeah.
Stop it, start it in a second.
Yeah.
Right, I think, yeah, okay.
I've got you covered.
I
Off you
just
go when you're
won't
ready.
use much of that.
Fine. This is one of the situations where you would do that because you need to move real slow. I'm going to have to fix that camera mount. Driving me nuts. And because you can't see very much here, that's why you need to be going at a snail's pace. So you can use your mirror to check what's down the road until you get sideways on, then you can have a proper look. Anybody about?
No, but I can't see much of that.
Anyway, it's what we call creep and peep. Oh, look at that one. Try that exercise again then?
Where? What? Oh, this.
Oh, here, yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine there's a junction somewhere. Picture where the line is.
I'm looking. Right. And then, what if I come off? I have to come off fast for a roundabout, so it'd be like that, wouldn't it?
It would.
Oh, I'm getting better at this.
It's just finding things that work for you. And the key thing, it needs to make sense to you.
Oh, am I alright?
What do you reckon?
I'll come to a stop again.
Okay.
Right, I'll slow down.
Try stop it a bit quicker.
Stop a bit quicker. Like that.
How was that?
Fine. Right. Should I do that? Oh, it's so hard. Whoopsie daisy.
You're able to adjust instantly though. That's the key thing.
So I don't. Now I need to change it to first. Okay.
So what we're going to do on the next time we do it, how about trying this? As you're dropping into first, assume that the way is clear, and then just move straight off without actually stopping the next time.
Yeah.
As though the junction had cleared as you got there.
Should I wait till I'm over that place then?
Well, we've probably got enough room to do it before then, don't you think? But let's see. If we have, we have. If we haven't, we'll go past it.
Am I not even in thing? So should I just stay here?
Yeah, go on.
Slow down.
And then what we'll do is we'll assume that at the last second, just before you're stopping.
So do I still need to go to first?
But we'll assume that you're getting just to the end, the junction clears.
And to go.
There you go. There you go. Excellent.
Like that.
Is that
Okay.
cancel the signal?
Yeah.
So do you want to take it up to fifth gear on this straight bit? All the way up through the gears?
Yeah. Should I slow down because
No, that's fine. It's as long as you're not accelerating while you overtake you. You pop it into fifth. And then should we try the slow down and then the first from fifth gear? So you probably do it before
first
this.
from straight from fifth. So round here.
Yeah. It's very rare that you would use this, but it's a useful thing to have in the bag.
But with this, you'd do it when you stop straight away, wouldn't you?
Well, no, you just
Right,
do exactly the same as you did before. So again, it's just at the last second. And then sometimes you stop, sometimes you
Am
go.
I stopping? No. Okay.
Do your observations, and off you go.
I can just. Oh, okay.
Well done. And then bring us to a stop on the left. Let's have a little review.
Stopped and then finished.
Okay. And relax. So, again, it's one of those things you just have to trust yourself.
I can see if that's straight there, it's fine, isn't it?
But you weren't judging there. Just do what you did. Just keep looking forward. It'll put you right. So tell me about those last couple of pull-away and stops.
First two were alright, I'm just struggling a bit.
Okay. When you say you were struggling,
I know, I wasn't
tell me more about
struggling.
tell me what you were happy with first off.
It went all smoothly.
Tell me what you weren't happy with.
That. We're jerking a bit on this.
I thought that was the case. Now, tell me what was happening there. Why was it going? Ugh? What was the jerkiness for? Do you think?
So I didn't bring up.
And what did you do about that?
I matched it. Like,
So that's something to be happy about, I think, not unhappy. See, from my end, I'm looking at that thinking, that was nearly a stall, but you corrected that. What was it that made you correct it? Did you think about it, or did you just do it by feel?
did it by feel. You can.
That's a great thing.
That's
Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that before next time. Cause
Yeah.
it's because it's hot, the Velcro's coming away. So the fact that you can make those tiny adjustments just by feeling what the car's telling you, that's great stuff. That's a natural sort of skill that not everybody has. Not everybody can get that level of clutch control. It can be got, but it takes a lot of work. For you, it seems to come a bit more naturally, which is great stuff. It's helped by the fact that we've let you feel it on your own as well, which is what I've tried to do with this bit here. In the normal run of things, I would have instructed you through all of that, and I'm not sure it would have been as effective. We might have got a smoother result quicker, but it would be me doing it, not you. So do you feel that with the skills that we developed there, you can tackle the likes of junctions?
Not yet, no.
Oh no, but I mean, but you've got the technique there.
Yeah, I've got a technique, but
I mean, what we do with junctions when we do come to do it is we do some very, very quiet ones first. So there's not going to be people about. We've already done a little bit of that last week when we were doing the steering exercise. We can now add what we've done there to that steering exercise and come to a stop and start again, stop and start again. So what would you like to do now?
what else were it? We've gone all the way to 5th, didn't we?
Look, we did. A couple of times you've done that now. And you've also gone from 5th to 1st, which is something, it's very rare that you use that. Look.
I've done that. What's that?
Selectively, that's missing gears out.
No, that one.
Or pull up on it in any gear and move away on request. That's what we do.
Any gear.
Yeah, well, you've slowed down to a stop and moved off again from 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th now, haven't you?
Yeah. I've done all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one we'll need to find
Yeah.
somewhere where we've got some hills to practice on, but we'll deal with more of that when we get out and about and driving. So in terms of the other stuff that we've done, looking back at lesson 1 and lesson 3, are there any bits of that you want to do a bit more work on? Okay, how about
Done
lesson?
all of it, innit?
Okay, how about lesson 3? I mean, the key thing, we can tick the boxes, but it's whether you feel confident you can replicate that now.
I did all that, do you know? Done that.
Okay,
Done that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a look at the next set of stuff,
I just need to do more signals, like, look, don't know.
well, have you signalled when you've needed to today? Actually, we just pop that one off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried, yeah.
So each time we've
think
needed
I
a
have,
signal,
yeah.
have you done it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, yeah.
I'm looking at it. Well. Yeah.
I mean, we'll do these in more testing circumstances, if you like, where there's more things to do, from moving away from behind parked cars, moving away on hills, meeting traffic coming the other way, that kind of stuff. But still in a fairly quiet environment.
It's going to take ages, isn't it?
Well, if you have a think about it, if you have a look on your master progress chart at the front here, on those first 3 rows there, how many of them have we got? Okay, so that's a fair chunk of that filled in, isn't it? And we haven't been at it that long, have we? And these are the things that carry you through the rest.
I know I need to spend loads of time on these.
Okay, well, we can do
So
as
I
much of
can
that as
get-
you want.
So I can be more confident in all these.
It's a phrase that we use sometimes, and it's, feel more confident about it, and we'll sometimes say that that's done if you're able to do it with me talking you through, but it comes from within. You need to feel absolutely 100% that you're on top of it. What would that take? Do you feel that way at the minute? Do you feel 100% on top of it?
Not 100%, no.
What do we need to do to get to that 100%, do you think?
More practice.
There you go, when you're ready.
Okay, there you go.
So which is the bit, do you need to go all the way up through the gears, or is it, which bits are it you're wanting to?
It's still we're finding it so it's smoothly. I feel like
Okay.
I'm not doing it right.
So if we just used first and second and just stopped and started, I don't know, 20 times before we got to that bridge, would that be a useful exercise, do you think?
So many times.
Well, maybe not 20. But lots of times. Would that work? Off you go when you're ready. We're starting to get all the observations in now, which is nice too.
I know, I don't want to crash. No.
Oh, well, like,
So I'll be alright with him now, won't I?
yes.
Fine. See,
And he's so far away, a signal wouldn't have mattered to him. Yeah, just bring it to a stop fairly quickly.
quickly.
So we're getting lots of stops and starts in. How was that? On you go again when you're ready.
Still with me. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, so let's investigate that a little bit. Are you happy with those last two pullaways?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like I'm about to stall it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Doesn't feel like that from you.
Don't it?
No.
Completely different from me.
It's I think, describe what the perfect pullaway would be. This next one, what would make it perfect?
Like smooth, like
This is difficult because it feels smooth to me,
right, okay.
but what are you comparing it with?
I don't know. I just
See,
I know what
and that's. I'm trying. There aren't any lumps or bumps, though, are there?
no.
So it's. I'm just trying to get a clear idea in my head. Are you wanting it so you could, I don't know, stand a cup of coffee on the dashboard so it didn't pull up, so it didn't fall over? Or? Well, it's important that we get it right in the way you want. I'm just trying to understand what it is that you're trying to polish.
I need now to learn when to stop, like smoothly and that, because if I'm at Junction, like you tell me to stop there, I don't really do well. I need to know where.
Okay. It's difficult because it's random points here. Okay.
If I set my mind on like somewhere and
How about that tree, that first tree on the left? How about you pull away and stop next to that tree, with the front of the car exactly level with it?
and not stop it completely, and then walk
okay.
again.
Go on then.
Try that.
Yeah. That works for me. Good obs. Splendid.
See, can't you?
But you adjusted.
You know what I'm on about.
It's not a rough pull away. I get what you mean though.
Yeah, good. So
I think.
I shouldn't have really stopped that soon, should I? So say here.
Okay.
See, what I mean. Do you get me?
Yeah. So you choose on the spot, stop and go in. It's fine. How about the third tree? How was that for a pull away?
I don't know what I'm doing. That.
Yeah.
I don't.
How about the next tree?
Alright, let's do this. Is he moving?
What do you reckon? Signal or not?
I'm just waiting till he goes.
There's no point in signaling.
No, he knows.
Might confuse me. If you put your signal on, you go, huh, you're going. So you can just let the momentum of the car carry you to where you need to be.
And
then stop at the point you choose. Well done. You're ready to go. If you can just pull up on the left for me, I think.
Wait.
That's good, well done.
I've done it.
See, that was a rough one.
Yeah,
I think.
you.
Oh, you're not blaming me. I think what's happening is you're trying so hard to get it like ultra smooth. Stick a bit more gas on when you pull away, and don't think.
I think that's what it is, though.
No. It's if you put a little bit. What you're doing is you're making the car work really hard, and that's why it's complaining. It's like that. It's not a rough pull away. It's not only, but the engine's what we call labouring, so it's not comfortable. If you give it a bit more power, it'll smooth that out. Well, try it anyway. So don't be frightened to let the engine rev a little bit. I think you're trying to be too perfect.
So,
just do everything that you've done the same way.
More of that.
Just a teeny bit more gas.
Right, okay then.
See what that does. Now it might make it lumpy to begin with, but
So I stall it, it's your fault.
fair enough.
Right, some more revs.
A little bit more.
See?
Okay, so let's pull up again. So that was a little bit quick with the clutch. So because you've got more power, you need to let it through a little gentler. If that makes sense. So maybe not quite that much gas, but a little bit more than you've been using. Try it again. So when you're adjusting things are bound to get lumpy. Have another bash. Keep everything the same except for a bit more gas, but just a little bit more.
See?
That's fine. We didn't have the extra gas that time, do we? So we're working the car a little bit hard by trying to get it to pull away with no gas on, if that makes sense. Tell you what, let me demonstrate. Start the engine for me.
Okay.
Now if you put a little bit of gas on for me. So what you're doing is, you feel that there. Now if you put a little bit more gas on for me.
No.
A bit more. The car's going nowhere until I let that power through. If I let that through smoothly. Does that make sense? You can let go of the gas now. So it doesn't matter how much gas you've got on, that power can't get to the wheels until you let it through the clutch.
Oh.
So what you've been trying to do is to get the car to pull away with hardly any gas on, and it complains. That's that little, like a rumble that you feel. It's just the car complaining you make it work too hard. Trying to get it to move all this weight with no power on. Like.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So a little bit more gas
So
will
shouldn't
smooth
I
it
be
out.
doing that?
It's alright. It's great control.
It's alright when it's like loads of cars around, like at junctions and stuff like that.
But you could still use a bit more gas because using the extra gas prevents the stall. Does that make sense? You're trying to see?
Okay.
And the reality is there wasn't anything wrong with your pullers, you were just working the car a bit hard, but that's fine.
So
Just a little bit more gas and then just let it through smoothly. See, just that little bit of gas takes the edge off it. Does that make sense?
no, it's still jerky though.
Okay, let's pull over and try again.
I can stop in a second, can't I?
Of course you can. So what we're after is getting everything smooth. So if you keep everything, if you think of squeeze and ease, then nothing happens quickly.
It's just because I've been finding that biting point or whatever. And as soon as I found that, I can put that down.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay, but I think what's happening is, as you're doing that, oh right, okay, I see what you mean. So you're finding the bite and then you're letting that up. This is coming up a little bit too early before that goes down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you just give it a little bit more, it should smooth things out. Well, let's try it and see. We want you to be happy with it. But sometimes over-explaining it can cloud the issue.
Look, I know what I'm doing.
Okay. It's warm, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely. Shouldn't complain.
I don't know. I get you. Right, so... See, I brought
So
it
your
up too
clutch is a
quick.
bit quick. You need that little bit of gas feeding on at the same time. So try it again.
Like that.
Yeah. But you're always going to get a more violent reaction in a lower gear.
That's fine.
You got an idea in your head what you're going to do this time?
Mm-hmm.
Off you go when you're ready. If we just pull it over on the left, we're getting a little bit of the complaint from the car because there's no gas on as you're bringing it up past the bite. We need that gas on. Because you're moving off, we need to be power, let it through. If you're slow speed manoeuvring, then you would bring it to the bite without the gas on. But always use a usable amount of gas to start with.
So if I'm going fast like this...
If you're moving off, normal move-offs, yeah. A lively hum on the engine.
I don't like for cars being around.
How dare they interrupt our space. Oh, he's gone. So start with a lively hum on the engine and then see where that takes us.
Without putting that down.
So, well, yeah, I would set the gas, find the bite, handbrake off, blind spot.
So gas then find.
Yeah. That'll do it. You let the clutch up. Yeah, that's it. You lose the growl then, don't you? You just need to let the power through. Because you've got more gas on, you've got to let it through a little bit smoother.
I did that one alright.
Yeah, it's fine. So let's pull it. Try that 2 or 3 times. Make sure we get there. So we nail it down. So you're losing that grumbling as it moves away because you've got enough power on.
So again.
Yeah. Till you're comfy with it.
I don't know.
Okay, let's pull over on the left. Because you've got a lot more power on, you can't let all that power through at once, so you get that jump. So you've got to let it through slowly. Try again. Well, you lost the growl, which is good.
You're confusing me now. It kind of pushes it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I get it now. Alright, I felt that. What am I doing?
Okay, do you want to try one more before we get the code in? Does that make sense? I mean, the key thing is that any explanations or any demonstrations that we do make sense to you. There you go. How's that?
A bit better. Can I do this in a second?
What do you reckon? How does the car feel?
I need to go to third, but I'm not. I'm going to stop soon.
Okay, that's fair enough. We're not affecting anybody, so it doesn't matter.
Right, is this too much on corner?
We should be okay now because they can see us before they get to the corner. So we're far enough away from the bend now, aren't we?
So stop people.
So we're getting that little jump because you're letting it up too quick.
So I just need to be right, okay.
Try one more. I mean, the important thing is that you're developing the feel for it.
Am I not in thing yet? Should I keep my brake down?
You can
When
do.
I'm not in thing. Right.
I mean, you're only waiting a moment, aren't you? And we're on the level here. Normally, if a pause becomes a wait, you'd stick the handbrake on. Here, we're fine.
More revs.
Just exactly what you've done before, but just slow everything down.
What have I done wrong?
Okay, let's pull up on the left. So if you've got more power on, you've got to let that power through. You're trying to let all of that power through all at once. That's what makes it jump.
I did do it slowly though.
It needs to be even slower.
Even slower?
Yeah. So as you're pulling away,
So
you
how
don't
am I
want
meant
that.
to go up fast then if I'm going really slow?
Well, you can get the car to move quicker, but you've still got to let the power through gradually. So you've got more power on, which will let you move quicker. But if you bring the clutch up quick, all of that power will try and get through, and that's why you're getting the jump. So if you just feed it through gently, you'll find it'll all smooth itself out. So everything like you've done it, a bit slower with your left foot. Try that. Does that make sense? Champion.
So more revs.
Just the same as you've done before. And then when it comes time to let that power through, just lift your left foot gently. Bingo. How's that?
Still, it's really slow.
That's okay. You'll build speed on it. Once you've practiced it a bit more, you can make it move off faster. And naturally, when you're trying to do that, you always get that little bit of a
Where do you
jump.
want me to go?
Now we'll follow the road ahead. It goes a little way yet.
Alright.
A bit of steering and practice around here. And again, find a convenient place to pull over on the left. And then this time, what I'd like you to try and do is to just do it without thinking about it. Something to focus on. While you're doing this next pull away, just think about how much air is going in and out of your lungs. Well, that sounds like a daft thing to say, but that's all I want you to think about.
Okay.
And then just do it. So just think of how much air is going in, how much air is going out, how much air going in, how much air going out. Air in, air out. How was that?
Rubbish.
Yeah, let's pull over on the left. So from the next couple of goes of it, what would you like out of that? What would you like to be able to do? To do better or feel better about it?
You've confused me with that now.
Okay. So
I don't get it.
which bit of it?
Putting more revs on.
Okay. Putting the bit, well, to take it back a step from there, before we were doing the pull away and it was a bit, that little bit of a lump. To smooth that out, you just needed a little bit more gas on, and then just keep.
So I
everything
can
else the
still
same.
try and find that, but
Oh yeah,
more
that's
gas.
yeah.
So is that all I need to do?
Yeah. Does that make more sense?
Yeah. Where do you want me to go?
Let's pull away again. The road bends around to the left at the end, but there's still plenty of space.
We're on a hill.
Tiny bit.
It's fine. Isn't it? So I can still try find that, but more revs.
So,
Oh. I don't.
then again, we just pull up on the left. So the clutch is coming up too fast. That's what's giving you the jump. Did that feel okay? Does that make sense? Or do we still need to find a different way of...
I'm gonna do what I was doing before.
Go on then.
And then I know.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Let's go back to where we were with the stuff that we worked.
So I was doing this, wasn't I? Finding that, and then I was jerking like that, wasn't
It's not bad though, is it? So, let's bring it over to a stop again. We've got a bit of space.
I?
You know when you feel that little jerky bit, at that point, just squeeze a little bit more gas on, see what happens.
Sure.
No, there's plenty of space. We'll be alright. Goes round to the left and then over a bridge. So just when you start to feel the wobbly bit, then feed a bit more gas in.
Not too much.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Am I going round?
Yeah, we'll just follow the road around to the left. So, 20 mile an hour zone. Check our speedo.
You can do 20 can't
And I'll just pull up on the left. Then I'll spin us round and we'll get hit the other way. So how did that last one work for you?
Wheel spin.
A little bit of wheel spin there. So again, that's caused by you're letting too much power through. So the car can't get traction. So everything needs to be just happening a bit slower.
At least At least I've done too much and then less.
Yeah,
I just have to try and
it's finding the
find
balance.
it.
That's right. Well, we can try that when we go back the other way. Swap seats, I'll spin us around and we'll have a batch of that. I'll have to move the seat.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Thank you. It's not an ideal place to turn around. See if I can demonstrate what I was banging on about. So everything you're doing is fine. I mean, we kind of complicated by trying to iron out a teeny little wrinkle. So what you've been doing is that little wobble you feel there. How does it feel like that side?
Alright, why?
Because that's how it feels when you're doing it.
Oh. You didn't put any gas on?
No, I just did exactly what you were doing before.
Oh, just cut?
Yeah, it still feels smooth, doesn't it? From this side it maybe doesn't, but from that side it does, doesn't it? So that little growly thing that...
Oh yeah, that's what I've been... Oh.
How does it feel from there?
Fine.
It's alright, isn't it? It's super smooth, which is why... So if I put a bit more gas on, I just need to be a bit more careful about how much of that I let through. But what you were doing before worked fine. But in my desire to chase that round and make sure you feel okay, we seem to have complicated things. Which is fine. It also helps us at this stage in the game, I'll take us round on this straight bit, to find ways of working that suit us, that work for us. It's also difficult with these cars that have small engines. You know, you've got to work them a little bit more. It's a little bit more difficult to get things working smoothly. In my car, you wouldn't need any gas on at all. It'll just pull away because it's got tons and tons of power.
What litre is this?
It's a 1.4. It's a 1.4 petrol. Mine's a 1.6 turbo diesel, so it's got loads more power. They're all different. Swap seats. Try again. Change the name on you. Called bike on the side unless we drive on the top. Schizophrenic. So, we have a long straight road ahead of us. So lots of space to do stuff. What would you like to do?
Practice that.
Right, you. So just leave it up to you to stop and start with points that you choose.
Okay.
You stop and start as many times as you like. Starting to get all the observation in nicely now. We're signalling correctly, which is great.
I'm trying to something. We're on a corner, so I don't even know what's going to go right.
Should we just stick to doing that? Well done. So was that pull away?
Good.
Do you want to stop along with this, the straight bit here, and try it again? Should we just stick with that then? And just erase the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Don't cut it all off. Started now. Hiya.
Off you go when you're ready.
Oh, watch me do it wrong now. See? That was just a one-off, that one.
Fair enough.
Just try and know what I'm doing. I just can't do it.
Again, stop before the corner. We've got plenty of room there. Do it and move off again. Do as many in as we can. I think one of the key things is just trust yourself. Just go what you know works. What are you feeling there?
What am I doing? Am I not in?
Yeah, could you feel it just sort of biting at your foot?
Yeah.
It's because the gear's not quite engaged.
It's fine now, isn't it?
It is.
Start again. Right, you were doing that, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's at like a slow junction.
Yeah.
To stop.
You've adjusted the speed, which is what you're after. To iron that little lump out, which is what you looked unhappy about. What might you do?
Don't know.
Okay. We'll pull up again. Go further in. The lumpiness normally comes with the clutch being too fast. So just slow your clutch down. Do everything else the same, but just slow your clutch down a bit.
Should I do that first?
Go on then. So we're too fast there. That last bit of the clutch.
Really?
Yeah, that needs to be
too quick.
real smooth. So you know the bit where you come to the bite, from that point forward you need to feed it through gradually. If it comes up too quick, the car will jump. Pull up at the earliest convenience. We'll try that again.
Don't. Okay.
So once you're moving, you've got the clutch to the point where you're starting to let the power through. You've just got to let the rest of the power through slowly. So it's not going to cost you any speed because the car's already moving.
You did it really quick though.
That's just because I've done it 43 billion times in the last. I've been driving now for 12 years. It wasn't so much quick though, was it? It was still smooth. That's the key thing. So you can get it once you've got the technique right. You can bring it up quicker as long as it's smooth. But if you let's say you're moving the clutch that much, so you can go that quick. But if you go, then you get the lump. So it all has to be in one smooth gliding act.
Both.
Yeah, you just one in, one out, one in, one out. It's just finding that balance. Tell you what, here's something to try. I don't know if it'll make sense here or not. If you just want to pull over on the left, you know when you've got the car so that it starts moving.
Mm.
Once the car starts moving, hold your left foot still then until you count to 4. So you bring the clutch up so far and the car starts to move. Before you let the rest of it up, just count to 4. Try it, see what happens.
It's like halfway, count to 4.
Yeah, count to 4 and then feed the rest up. See what happens. Might help you.
No revs on it.
Put some gas on's fine, yeah?
Halfway.
So once the car starts to pick up a bit of speed, up a little bit more. So at that point, hold still, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and let the clutch up. No matter how fast you let it up now, it will not jump.
Right.
So you're allowing the power to get through the wheels. You're allowing, if you like, the clutch time to catch up to the engine. Try that again. So you're putting a little bit of a pause in, really, which forces you to stop, lift it up quickly.
I feel like I'm too this way.
A tiny bit. But you're aware of it, that's the important thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You let your foot off the clutch sideways now and will not jump. You just allowed the power to get through. And as you can see, that's that quite patiently, because they remember how it was for them to learn to drive. Not everybody's like that, but most people are. Did that make sense? Does that help? We'll try it again.
And keep it there?
Yeah.
So it's still going... Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're allowing the power to feed through. That's fantastic. How smooth was that?
But you can hear it, can't you?
You can. Again, you develop a feel for it.
And with this, what should I do with this? Like that.
That's it. It's just refinement, just finding the little things that work. No, this is hard work, getting this level of refinement. It really is, isn't it? But once you're out in the real world, this will serve you well, and you'll just... I think that's quite often the thought, that when you're at this stage and you're really working on this fine detail, that you think, oh, I could never get this done. But all these skills here, everything else you're going to do from now on is this. So it's worthwhile spending the extra time, I think, even though sometimes it can be a bit frustrating. How do you feel about it now?
A bit better, yeah. More.
Let's see how smooth you can get it. How was that?
Good.
1 to 10?
9. I don't want to always give myself 10. Yeah.
Sometimes 10s are worthy having. You'll just have a pull up on the left. And we'll have a little review of where we are with that. If you feel it's a 10, it's a 10. And there's nothing wrong with that. Could you have done that any smoother?
I did put a lot of revs on though.
Was it smooth though?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were working on. Do you think I could have done that any smoother?
Yeah, you probably.
I don't think I could.
Right.
If we'd had the cup of coffee stood on the dashboard there, would it have fallen over?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't, no. Because we glided away. Was there any lumps or bumps? Any rattles or shakes?
No.
The car glided away and up to speed. That's the level of clutch control that's going to serve you well with everything that you do. But to get to that level of control, and unfortunately the viewers of the video won't be able to see because you don't feel it through the video, that level of control and that level of smoothness is exactly what you're looking for. That's the level of smoothness that we're looking for in advanced drivers. So that's great stuff. Now, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a rest, but be just to investigate stuff. You know, when you're learning new stuff, you seem to be a fairly hard taskmaster on yourself. Would I be right in saying that?
What, so I doubt, like...
But you get annoyed with yourself if you don't get it absolutely bang on. I thought so. That's okay, as long as I know.
I don't give up though, because with
No,
my
no.
guitar, I taught myself through YouTube and that.
Okay.
And my fingers were bleeding and everything, really, and I just didn't give up. And I was really mad with myself because it only took me like 2 weeks though to learn, but it was like every day.
Right.
I was determined to do it right, so...
So in terms of the skills that you need to be able to do what we've done today, how do you think you are with those?
So what I need to do?
The stuff that we set out to achieve today.
That
That set of targets. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done them all. Yeah.
Have you got beyond the level you thought you'd be at, or to the same
Yeah,
level?
I've learnt more about
Okay.
the clutch control. Yeah.
So it's for me, it's about finding, because I knew you weren't happy with it, even though I was. I could see you weren't happy with it, so we'll investigate it. But then that opens up a whole other can of worms where you end up making it worse, and then it gets better. So I think it's just understanding that sometimes that's going to be the case, and I haven't got magic wands to fix things. We have to find things that work for you. Sometimes that's going to be a pain in the neck. Other times it's going to be great. But you've just got to look at it on balance. This is why we like to set the targets at the start of each session. What do we want to get out of today? And then we can take them off and say, well, we've done it. That's why I love the targets, because sometimes it looks like, or you feel like you're not really making the progress that you wanted. Then we start taking the targets off. So should we have a look at those? There's a pen in the compartment next to you. Oh, that's my book, not
Yeah,
yours.
mine's in the bag. Can you reach bag? Got it. In there somewhere. Stick that in there.
Let's work through and tick them off. Put that on the floor behind you. So if you go to lesson number 2, or over the page, we'll tick those ones first. So have a read down through there. So this is, do you feel confident in your ability to safely change 1 to 3 and 3 to 1 in sequence? Yeah. 1 to 5, 5 to 1? Okay. Change gears selectively, missing gears out.
Yeah,
We haven't done it on the way up because we haven't had the opportunity. We have on the way down, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to third to first.
Yeah, did 5th to 1st and 4th to 1st. Okay. Pull up in any gear and move off on request. It's the stuff we've been doing along here, isn't it?
I've only been pulling up off first though.
Yeah, but that's look at the target. Select first and use it, and then crawl along.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've stopped, sometimes we've gone.
Yeah.
Recognise when you need to change gear up or down by the sound of the engine. There's a little bit extra refinement we've had there as well, isn't it? You've learned to do lots of things by the feel of the engine, and you're making little teeny tiny adjustments when things aren't quite the way they should be. So you've got a nice feel for that. The hill bit we'll have to look elsewhere. So 1 to 6, if you go back over the page, we can tick off in the case. You've also got a copy of this stuff online as well if you want to use it on there. But if we look at steering, did we tick all of those targets off? Okay. So again, to your master progress chart, tick them all off in there. And then at a glance you can see where you are.
No, I did 1, 2.
Okay, cool. So start having a look at these ones for next time. And you might want to have a look, if you go back to the front page.
I honestly think I think I need more gears. What do you think?
Well, we can come back here and do some more stuff just on gears, or I could find an area that's really quiet. So we've got a long quiet road, changing gear there. I could find a place that was maybe, we can come back here, that's not a problem. We can also go back to the car park where we did the steering, or a combination of the two, or I could find somewhere that was really quiet that maybe had some very basic junctions in it. It's entirely up to your good self.
Is that first one? Or that?
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, that's what I've done.
You've done 3 as well. That was the steering last time.
So that's 1.
That's moving off and stopping.
That's gears and
Gears and steering.
steering.
So 4 is coordination. You've got a choice then.
Oh.
You want to get past that.
So I've already done them.
Yeah.
Just we need to build more.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that all the time. If you want to spend more time doing the basic stuff on this, then that's completely fine. It's your time. You need to decide how to use it. The more time you spend here, the quicker you rip through the rest of it, or the more nailed down these skills are. Some people like to go this route because, again, we're refining the clutch control and the slow speed and the steering. So that gives you a lot of extra stuff. Or some people want to go down this route, which is coordination, then emergency stop, basic. Once you're on that level, you can do any of them
What's
lessons.
emergency stop?
That's stopping as though a kiddie had run out in front of you. So stopping the car as though it
Wouldn't
wasn't.
you get like
actually.
whiplash or something though?
No, because you know what's happening. So you would stiffen yourself. Passengers might get whiplash.
Right.
So have a look at have a think about that. Have a think about. I mean, have you got an idea what you think we should do next? Do you want to come back and do more of this, or do you want to move on? You're not committing yourself to anything. It's just a provisional plan for the time being. So do your reflection again, following the lesson, and then we'll have a chat at the start of the next one.
So right, okay, I get it.
So we set a sort of provisional plan for today, but you might change your mind. You might find that you're too tired next time. You might have a rough night at work the night before. You may not be feeling very well. So it's okay to change that provisional plan at any time. So how does that feel from today? Happy with that? Reasonably? Very happy? Not happy? Slightly happy? Smiley face, straight face, unhappy face. It's good. You're developing a real feel, which is absolutely vital. You often hear people say, "Oh, well, I've had 2 lessons and I did turn in the road." The instructor's driven the car from the passenger side is what's happened there. If you think about everything you've done today, have you needed any help from me? Tell me that I did help, it made it worse.
No, you make it worse. Oh no.
Don't worry about it, it's
You
fine.
help me. Yeah.
We're just refining, and it's getting better and better and better. Do you feel you can control the speed of the car when you pull away to make it go at the speed you want it to go at?
Yeah.
That's the key thing, because they're the decision. That's what you need to do when you're at a junction. You think, do I go or do I not? There's a bit of space. Yeah, I will. Bang, and you've got to commit to it. That's great. Switch the engine off. That's what we see.